Welcome to On the Line With. I'm your host, Hanley. On the Line With is an arts podcast with a deep dive on mental health, substance abuse, and many social issues and causes at the forefront of our society. Join me every second Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern as I sit with various guests to discuss their art, personal stories, and inspiration from behind the microphone. You'll be on the line with me, Hanley, every second Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Welcome back to On the Line With Season 2. It's the season premiere. I'm your host, Hanley.
I'm your co-host, Kat Pug.
And we're here with Vante Poems, so we're going to let him go ahead and introduce himself. So go ahead, Vante, and introduce yourself.
It's Vante Poems. I go by the name of Vante Poems, repping 613, but coming from the 315. And I am on the line with Hanley, and it's about to get live.
Yes, sir. So thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I know we had a little bit of conflicting schedules, but we're here now.
Yes, sir.
And Kat Pug's the new co-host mentioned before.
What's up, Kat?
What up?
So let's start with see, I'm more curious. We were talking about it before, but I'm curious about your move from New York to here, like music-wise. Do you find anything's changed?
Yeah, a lot has changed. It's a bigger support system from the Ottawa community. When I first came to Ottawa, I felt like there wasn't no hip-hop radio stations. Obviously, CHUO was on and popping since the 90s, I guess. But for the first 3 years of being in Ottawa, I've never heard of it. I was searching. I even, like in 2016, I even wrote up a draft to start my own radio station. I was trying to look for research to how to get it started. Obviously, it's a whole lot, but that just trying to show you where my mindset was when I first came to Ottawa. My wife just gave birth to my first daughter, so I was just like, dang, there's nothing else to do. I started a YouTube. I started Purple Haze Nation. I started streaming. But my goal was to put my music behind the YouTube channel, whatever I was doing. So whether it was gaming, vlogs, whether it was a montage or whatever, I slapped my music behind it. So yeah, a lot of my channel blew up for a while, especially doing GTA videos, and I had a modded Xbox on 360, so I was giving money drops. You know, hackers was charging people $20 for a recovery. All you needed to do was subscribe to my channel, and you got all the money you want on GTA Online. So that's how I started with the music. It wasn't directly in Ottawa. It was more so an online thing, and I feel like it still is. I feel like my online population is bigger than in Ottawa, but Ottawa shows me love. I opened up for Cameron here, T.I. here, Rich Homie Quan here, Onyx, Little Easy E, DJ Yella from NWA, and a lot more names. So Ottawa shows me love, and it's growing. The community is growing, and the support from Ottawa itself is growing.
How old were you when you started making music?
How early?
How old were you when you started making music?
So, as far as making music, man, I remember being in elementary school and Kanye dropped, I think it was college, it was graduation maybe?
Late registration.
And there was a song on there, Get 'Em High.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so the second verse, I don't know who that was, honestly. Kanye verse was I too, but the person he had on there, I think it was Talib Kweli. I rewrote his whole verse on one side of a piece of paper, and I literally took every word, changed the words, the syllables, and try to keep it with the same end rhyme. So when people ask me to rap, I could rap like this in my own words. In my mind, that was cheating, you know what I mean? Like, so I was trying to trick people to know I knew how to rap, but I didn't realize that was me actually writing a verse, you know? So I had to be like 10 or 11. I ended up starting writing poetry in middle school and high school, and that's how I got the name Vante Poems. I was doing poetry slams, spoken word for Black Student Union, Asian Student Unions. On university, I was the president of the poetry club for Oswego University and Utica College. I was the president, doing giveaways, doing shows, planning shows, marketing, scheduling, all of that. So when I moved here, I didn't know how to incorporate spoken word. I just wanted. I don't know. I just started
word.
making music. I don't know why I switched from music. I haven't ran back to poetry in a long time. Or spoken word. I do it on my tracks sometimes, but that's
where the name comes from,
Mhm.
obviously. So were you born in the States then? Yeah.
I was born
okay.
in the
I am
States.
too.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
where?
Boston.
Boston.
You're
I've
from
been to
Boston?
You dual citizen? Are you dual citizen too?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So are
cool.
my kids.
All
So
of
are my
my
kids.
cousins and my whole family lives in New York. Still, just like my my mom and little sister live here. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yep. I was born in a place called Gloversville. It's a group home there, and my mom was 14. She had me and my twin. And then my mom's from Utica, so that's where I grew. That's where I grew up, Utica, New York.
Speaking of your twin, I had him on Rum Chats. Did you guys start making music around the same time? You guys have like friendly competition with each other, or are you guys on different wavelengths when it comes to music?
No, my brother always been good at rapping. Growing up, it's just brothers in the house. We would just freestyle, like that was normal. That's just what we did. So
That's cute.
I never knew him to actually get serious in making music. When I was in middle school, I was in this group called MOE, Money Over Everything. Hop out the whip, turn your brain to spaghetti strings, So, yeah, and I remember going to one of my boys' house. Oh man, we were trying to record songs. He had blank CDs. We was really serious about the shit. Obviously, it never popped off. But his big brother was crazy. His big brother was nuts. His big brother wasn't even supposed to be there. So much that when his mom came home, we all had to run. You should have seen. You would have thought we did something. Everybody running out the house. I lived down the block. His brother trying to go out because he wasn't trying to get caught by mom.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's pointing a fucking gun at my head. He's just running in the closet, pointing a gun at my head. He's playing around. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Wait, who put the gun at your head?
His older brother, my friend's,
God.
one of my best friend's older brother. He's in jail now. He's crazy. But yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, that was the last time that I was part of MOE. So huge shout out to Poppin. He was the founder of that. He had some bangers on there. I don't know where you at, Mr. Poppin, but hit me up.
And do you remember the first track that you put out, the name of it?
Yeah, my first song was called Man of the Night. It's an official song that I released here in Ottawa. I never made or recorded a song before Ottawa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's called Man of the Night. I have a music video to it. It was done like 2015, 2016. I got it done for free too. There was a college student who just needed something for his portfolio. I think he was he was 2 weeks late or something. And I put an ad on Kijiji. I was crazy on Kijiji when I first came. If I posted a new song, it was on Kijiji.
Kijiji, you posted your songs on Kijiji.
I posted my song. Yo, I'm a new artist here. Check me out. I met so many people, like free shit. Like people were mixing my songs for free. I mean, obviously they weren't good. They wanted, you know what I mean?
But it's experience.
It's networking at the end of the day.
Was fire though. He's now in like Rome.
Oh wow!
Videos on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Curry, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, we called him GC.
What was the school? I'm just curious.
Algonquin.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, Algonquin? Nah, it was some school in Gatineau. Sorry. It was a school in Gatineau. It had a nice green screen room. We went in there. We shot the whole music video in there. It was beautiful.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So, with your recording process, what's your procedure when it comes to? Do you do write your songs before the studio? Are you in the studio doing it?
No. I don't like writing in the studio because you pay by the hour. So I'm not trying to be there for a long time or pay that. So shout out to Burrow Media. He's been mixing my song for the last going on 4 years now. But if I book 3 hours, I'm doing 3 songs in 3 hours. You know what I mean? And then we're talking about recording and mixing. The song is done in an hour. So me and Twigs got a really good setup as far as writing goes. I'm still trying to figure out a writing process, to be real with you. I guess I haven't picked one that I like, or you know what I mean. So I'm always trying something different. So right now I'm writing a verse for Shaquem, my brother. It's a really dope verse. He just let me go off for like 2 minutes on the rest of the beat, almost with the Feel Good remix set up. Like there's no hook. It's just him, like Drake and Lil Wayne, how they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'll write the first half of the verse, come back to it the next day with a fresh mind, so it doesn't seem like I'm like dragging it. And then took me 3 days just doing that, just keep rewriting. And I really like to memorize a song before I go into the studio, because if I memorize a song, I know the flow is good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't memorize no whack shit.
Not only that, but you can tell. Well, not always, because I didn't always memorize everything when I went to the studio, but you could tell when someone's reading off something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're not focused on their exuberance.
Right.
Than they are more focused on the pad or on their iPhone. You know.
Every word. Yeah. I get that too.
I feel like you could connect to the feeling of it more when you remember, you know? It's more important.
Just to elaborate.
You can move when you haven't memorized and shit.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, you get it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, when I said whack shit, I don't mean like whack verse. I'm talking about like when you memorize a verse, your cadence is usually right. You know, your breathing's good, and you're not anxious. You know, you're confident. You memorized it. You have nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? Even if you wanted to do it in pieces, you ain't got to split your verse in one take. So I like to go into the studio knowing what I want to do. Vocals, background vocals, ad-libs, doubles, harmonies. Because I'll record at home. I'll record a demo at home, then bring it to Twig. This is what I did. Bop, bop. And he do his thing.
He's great.
No, he's dope.
I really like him.
Twigs is genius behind the boards.
He's so chill too. Like I feel like when you go into his space, the atmosphere is like, I love that.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it too, man. We're similar in a lot of ways. Like I like to be in the studio and it's just me. You know what I mean? I don't like nobody there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need drinks serving around. I don't need to go out for joints every 2 hours. You know what I mean? I bring my daughter to the studio a lot, especially when wifey was working. I couldn't work, and I had to go to the studio. My daughter would sit right there in the car seat with the iPhone or whatever turned down low while I'm in the booth. You know? Shout out to Audio Valley Recording Studios. That's where I recorded a lot from like 2015 to 2017, 18.
What's his name again? The guy that owns it?
Audio Valley?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure.
No?
I don't know.
Okay. I went there once. It's nice.
Yeah, it's legit. It's legit.
I've seen photos. Haven't been in, but I've seen photos. It does look very nice.
Yeah, I recorded my first song there, Man of the Night.
And why is that? Why didn't you have anything released in New York? Or while you were in New York, I should say.
You know, everybody does music in New York. You know what I mean? It's a saturated market. On top of that, no one takes you serious since it's a saturated market. Oh, he's trying to rap. No matter if I think I'm good or not, you know what I mean? I know for sure that my aunts, nobody around me is going to support this because everybody around them is doing this shit. And they've been doing this shit and they didn't pop off yet. So being, you know, I hate to say cliche, but being in the hood, that's your mindset. That was my mindset making music. When I came out here, I was like, okay, you know, you can get away with spoken word. You know what I mean? Oh, he does spoken word.
I love that though. Yeah, it's unique. I'd love to hear your spoken word.
So that's why I didn't. I can do a little something.
You should.
But that's why I didn't dabble into music. I love writing, so I did spoken word, did spoken poetry.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know. So that's why.
And the last project you released was After Hours 2.5, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was an EP.
And that was was that like a deluxe version of
After Hours 2?
Yeah, that's what it essentially was.
Yeah.
How was the response to each of those?
It's been amazing. After Hours 2 is my favorite album that I personally made. But for it to be everybody else's project that they personally like from me, you know, those who I talk to, you know, it's a good feeling, you know. So I'm gonna take the criticism, good and bad, and use it to make the next project. Yep. So I can keep building.
That's cool.
Right now, I'm just working on collabs though. So, and it's free. I'm not charging for collabs. If you want to do a collab, send it. My email is Vante Poems
We
at
should
gmail.
do a collab.
We should. I'm down. Like
Souls unite.
Souls unite. Is
I don't know
that
what
the song?
that meant. No, I just like I just said. I just mean like when you feel like it's like I feel like musical. Like you can feel if you vibe collabing. You know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something though. Oh, what was the reason that I don't know if you already said this a little bit, but the reason why you came to Canada again?
So the reason why I came to Canada was to live here permanently with my pregnant wife at the time.
Okay.
So
She was here?
She's from here. Her mom and dad migrated from Thailand in 2006
Okay.
to be here. So when I met her, she was here, going to school, going to work. I ended up poking her on Facebook. She ended up poking me back.
Poke. I remember the poke.
I poked her again. She got pregnant. Straight up told her, I said, look, around that time, me and my mom, we were going through it. I ended up leaving the crib, and I texted her. I called her right away. I said, look, your mom's kicking me out. I found an apartment already. I got 2 jobs. If you don't live with me, that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like,
If you want to live with me?
if you don't live with me, that's not gonna work. Basically.
Oh.
So I told her, you know what I mean? Like,
An ultimatum.
it wasn't an ultimatum; it was a fact. You know what I mean? At the time, I was wild. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be honest with her beforehand. Like, I'm gonna have my own crib.
What did you say? You were wild?
Yeah, I was wild. I'm gonna have my own crib by myself. And you know how will you be faithful? If you're not here, there's no way. I'm just letting her know straight up. In less than 7 days, she quit her job. She ran away from home. She quit school, and we set up house.
Nice.
And she been with me ever since. I married her 4 months later.
Nice.
That all happened top of 2013. So we got married August 1st, 2013. Then November, we found out she was pregnant. And then January 1st, we moved to Ottawa.
Nice.
So our parents, to answer your question, our parents, calling every day, worried, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Did they meet you?
On FaceTime.
Okay.
Her older sister came down from New York to check on her, look at the apartment. But I'm talking to them every day more and more. So he's like, come down, move to Ottawa. I can help you. Utica is trash, so it's not a bad idea, But it was hell living with him for the first 6 months. Yeah, so, he was like telling my wife in their language, when you're going to divorce him, are you going to keep the baby? And, shit like that. So
why was he being like that?
Obviously in his eyes, I kidnapped their daughter, you know what I mean? She was going to school, she was on the right track, and I interrupted that. So
they can only see from outside.
Yeah.
And parents, I feel like they get like they always go to the negative. I feel like because they want to protect.
I don't blame them since I have 2 daughters of myself now. I can empathize why they would feel like that, But now I got a great job. Like I literally started from his house, and a room. I would lock myself in that room. I had to work with him. He had his own cleaning business, and that's how I saved up money to get my own apartment. I took a security deposit down. Ended up in a 1-bedroom. Ended up in a 2-bedroom. Now we in a 4-bedroom. Buying a car next week.
Good for you.
So they have. What can they say? You know what I mean? I got no
Shown
tattoos.
That
I have no earrings. I don't stay out late. And not to say that if you do, that don't matter. I'm just saying they have no reason to say that they don't like me at all. They can't.
You've shown nothing but like dedication, hard work.
Right. But shout out to Billy, so I might be getting that tattoo. So I don't know of what yet, but I'm an empty canvas, so to speak.
I feel like tattoos are nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
As do I.
I feel like it's the older generation.
I watch Black Ink on VH1. I watch every season.
Oh, Black Ink. I don't know that one.
You don't know?
No. I honestly don't remember. I don't have a TV. So I'm like very like When people talk about shows, I'm like, I don't know. But that's cool.
Yeah.
So with the deluxe version of 2.5, well, After Hours 2.5, to clarify, how many more tracks were on that compared to the other one?
Let Me Fall.
Like After Hours 2,
Oh,
was that a
2.5?
follow-up from like a part 1, obviously?
Yeah,
You just didn't have a 2 in there? Because sometimes people just be putting numbers and shit in their shit.
I dropped After Hours in 2019 before the weekend. I had a few bangers on there. I had a song called It Takes Two that everybody loved on there. Yeah, so I think that one had, that was 2, and I want to say about 14 songs. And After Hours had 14 songs. After Hours 2 had 10 songs. After Hours 2.5 had 5 songs. And I want to say this. I dropped, in last year in November, I released Let Me Fall, which is an album, 10 songs. I think. Somebody, I can't think right now. Anyways.
When I was going through your Instagram and things again the other day just to like refresh some things, I saw that too.
Yeah, I work hard. That's 2 albums in less than a year.
You definitely work hard in general and in every way of your life, it seems.
Appreciate that.
Pure work hard.
My oldest daughter, she comes up to me. I have my own office in my house. She opens the door. She said, "Daddy, why do you always make songs and stuff? Someone forced you to do it?" I said no. It's something that I love to do.
Aw, that's so nice that she sees it though. Like, that's cute.
Yeah.
So, which one's the oldest one? Divine or
Denalia?
Denalia. That is such a beautiful, unique name. I've never heard Denalia. Do you nickname her or anything?
Yeah, her nickname is Yaya B, or Baby Poems.
Baby Poems?
Yeah. I got that name by I was working at a customer service for Verizon Wireless while I was in Utica, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And someone called, and her name is Denalia, and it stuck with me. I was like, man, that's a fire name.
It is a fire name.
And it's a D. You know what I mean? My name starts with a D.
Yeah.
My wife's name starts with a D.
D's are not, or maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I feel like the names that start with D are not as common.
And my mom's name is Diana, and her dad's name is David. So, Divine and Denalia, just attached them on. And, Divine came after a...
I love that, too.
Divine is what you call a rainbow baby. She came after a miscarriage that my wife had. So, we named her Divine.
That's why it's called a rainbow baby?
Yeah.
Why do they call it that? I was born after a miscarriage. I was born after 3.
Really?
Yeah.
They call it a rainbow baby, and there's another word for it too. That's probably more common, but yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You're a pot of gold. You came after 3.
I've never heard someone say that. I find that interesting.
Yeah.
Divine. I think that's so beautiful too.
Never heard that term rainbow baby before.
No.
Nope.
I googled it.
Divine feminine.
I googled it. Yeah.
I want my name to be Divine now. Am I going to steal your children's name? Denalia.
Yep, Denalia and Divine.
Beautiful.
So, you've been in the scene now for a few years. What artists do you enjoy working with the most?
Artists I love working with the most is probably... I work with a lot of ladies. So, it would be Misha and Dominique Gurley. So Misha usually hits me up for her music videos, and I'll do BTS and whatnot. And she always brings food.
Aww.
We're working on a joint project that I have to get back working on. I changed my verse 20 times, honestly. We changed the whole lineup. We've been working on this for years, so I don't know what we're going to end up doing, but I'm going to send that over, see what she wants to do with it. But yeah, Misha, we work a lot, and I've known her since I first started working in Ottawa, her and Johnny Brown in 2015. So shout out to Misha and Dominique Gurley. We got some records. We got 3 songs that we've done already, and it's always a vibe. We have a song coming out pretty soon called Lies.
That's cool.
And it's one of my favorite verses. What about
I already like the name of that.
yeah.
When do you think that's gonna drop?
I have no idea. It's her song.
Leave
Molly's in court. I
us
know
in
we were
suspense.
supposed to link up for a photo shoot soon for it, so it's gonna happen soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Purple Haze Nation is like you're like a movement, or is it?
It's a movement. It's a creators community. It's a it started off on 360 on YouTube. And my name is Purple Haze Vante. So, you know, I'm a stoner, hippie, if you will.
As am I.
And I was known on 2K for mostly passing the ball. So, for real. On the leaderboards.
It's just how honest it was.
Nah,
I was just known for passing the
I
ball.
was just known for passing the ball. Everybody else was trying to get number 1 3 points made, number 1 in shooting, number 1 in steals, blocks. I got number 1 in assists. People weren't trying hard. People like to play with me because they know they're going to get the ball from me. And I like playing with the other dudes so I know they're going to make it. so 2K community started to rise. People started calling me dimes because, you know, when you pass the ball, someone makes it, let's call it dime. And my name is Purple Haze, so they call me Dimes of Purple Haze, like a dime bag of Purple Haze. So
Yeah.
I stuck with that. I made that the YouTube channel, and now so it's more about the music. We got Aiko, who's the president. He's been subscribed to the channel since 2016. We have Chucky the Don. If you watch the YouTube channel, he's known as Killer Touch. We have some classic videos, like role-playing GTA videos where we're acting and doing cut scenes. Amazing. And Frankie, he is a junior in high school, but he's the creator director. He did the brand new logo that you see for the crown. He does all the cover arts now for Purple Haze Nation if you're in the group. On top of being in Purple Haze Nation, I have something called PHN Mixing, where you send your vocals to me, and I send them to Twigs to get them mixed, and I pay for the mixing. So being in PHN brings a lot of value to an artist that's just trying to make it something that I wish someone did for me when I first started making music in Ottawa. You know, so I'm trying to start a label too, because not label, I keep saying label, just a distribution within PHN, not outside, because on DistroKid you can add people to
Right.
Whatever. So everyone in PHN will eventually wouldn't have to pay for their own DistroKid or their own distribution. You know, so you're getting your songs mixed, and getting your songs distributed. And next year I plan on doing marketing. So
Cool. Where are you gonna do that?
I don't know. I'm talking to a few people about, you know, running ads on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram for people in PHN. So.
I'll run some ads for you on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I told you, man. I'm not just a podcast. That I do the same thing. 2P Media is like the umbrella, and then everything under it.
Okay, that's a good network to have. You know, 'cause maybe you can interview one of the members from PHN or whatnot.
Send them my way. It could be on either this or on the YouTube series.
Yeah, the YouTube series.
Doesn't matter which one it is. Either one showcases the music.
Probably get Aiko up here since he's the president.
Oh, definitely. No, I wouldn't mind having him on the YouTube series too, actually.
Yeah.
Especially with the new track.
Yeah.
And I need to fill slots, but jeez.
That's okay. The kids in the background is a vibe.
It is.
I like it.
We're outside adapting to COVID as usual.
Exactly.
Because people still aren't listening.
They will after this.
Yeah.
They got no choice.
I actually don't mind recording outside.
I honestly,
the background noise is just like...
I was literally thinking that right now. This is this is my favorite spot. If we're recording. Like I was just looking at the scene behind you, the trees, the light, and the sun. It's really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, because you know what?
I grew up in this park.
I think this park is where it
used to be. Can you imagine this? They put a wooden like play structure here when I was younger. It was a wooden play structure. No, you crazy? That sucks. You know how many splinters you get?
Yeah, you're right. I feel like I remember that too, getting splinters.
Yeah, they didn't think that shit through. like sliding down a plastic slide, and then you touch like the side, and you got a big ass splinter in your left arm.
Yeah, I didn't even like slides. I hated the static shock.
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't slide down them.
Yeah, me either.
I was like,
I ran up them. Stand out from the rest.
At like water parks and stuff. I would get like terrified. I would have like panic attacks as a kid. I remember in like the slides in the water. I think I just never liked
Oh,
slides.
see, me and you the same. I don't go. I've never been down a water slide. Fuck that.
I remember I waited in line
Actually,
for probably an hour to get to the top of this big one. It was like a tube, and then I got to the top. And I was like, I can't do this. I had to do the walk of shame down the whole staircase. It was so. But I was like, I can't do it. It's not happening. I feel claustrophobic, is what it is, in those little spaces.
Most of the time I went on those water slides or roller coasters, it was more so peer pressure.
Yeah, it's a peer pressure thing.
I remember I told this girl one time, you know what I mean? We went on this Philly trip. And shout out to Upward Bound. So we were going to Philly. We were staying in hotels. I was working in high school. I was a dishwasher.
Nice.
So
I know that gig all too well.
It's actually not a bad gig.
It's not.
Thank you.
It's
I
not.
did dishwashing too.
And I worked at a place where my mom worked at. So, you know what I mean? So I was like the golden boy. But anyways, I was telling this girl, I was like, listen, I'm going to give you every single dollar. I was simping before simping was simping.
You were what?
I was simping before simping was simping.
What is simping?
You don't know what simping?
No.
She's not with all the slang.
Oh my god. Simping is doing whatever for the cooch, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
basically,
you were good at that before?
oh hell yeah. So I told you,
You were wild.
yeah. So everybody else was drug dealing. I had a job. So you know what I mean. So anyways, I was telling her, listen, every time I buy something, and if they give me a single dollar bill, this is the state. So if they give me $1 bill, I'm gonna give it to you. She made like $30. So we went to Six Flags
That's a good place.
of America. They had a ride called the Superman, and that shit was high as hell. So she was like, "Come on, Devontae, come on."
Was it roller coaster?
Hell yeah!
Okay. I don't remember that
This
one.
is the biggest drop in the whole. This is Six Flags of America. Like this is the biggest roller coaster in freaking states at the time. So I was like, I don't love you that much. That was the last time I talked to her on the whole trip. Nah, hell no. That shit.
That was the end of the relationship.
Yeah, nah, hell no. You got me fucked up. You think I'm gonna go on a roller coaster for some pussy? Hell no. Like dollar bills is easy. I can trick. You know what I mean? I can buy shit.
You don't need to go on some crazy.
in the hell no. Fuck that.
I have like a love-hate relationship with them though, like, because I feel like I kind of like the thrill, I like the adrenaline, but I need someone to push me to do it. Like I need a little buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need someone who's a little bit more brave than me. So I would go with my cousin. She would fucking take me on everyone. But yeah, do it.
I remember riding a roller coaster because I thought it wasn't that bad. So I'm looking at the roller coaster and my friends, I'm with the boys. It's not that bad, Vante. Look, it's not that bad. And plus, I'm not gonna bitch out with the boys. What I'm gonna do is stand outside while they are. So we go on the roller coaster and that shit got a drop on it. Like I didn't realize this until going up. That shit got.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And what it is? It was like a race, 2 roller coasters racing at the same time. So you think you about to hit. It was crazy.
Oh my god, it's like so intense when you're going up. I actually hate that dude.
Yeah.
Love hate.
Just waiting for that moment to happen. You're like, just
I
get
always
it
close
over with.
my eyes.
Yeah.
I think I like stopped breathing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I do.
Damn. Nah.
I leave my body.
Nah, like an out of body experience.
I could leave my body during this time.
Oh, that's funny. With that girl, I did go on a roller coaster. It was the Joker.
Oh.
When you first go in, everything's black. You don't know if you're going up, down, around.
I think I went on that one.
It like sucks you in at first too. Her leg
I'm not
was
with
so
it.
red after the ride.
Really?
I swear to God, she was laughing at me the whole time. So she thought I was gonna go on that Superman. After that, hell no.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I wonder if that place is even open right now. No, I'm like thinking about going on. Who the fuck knows?
What place?
6 Flags.
Oh,
It is the best spot, though. It's
the
like
states
better
are crazy. The states probably have it open.
It's better than any amusement park in Canada, I'd say. Six Flags.
Yeah.
With just to get back to Purple Haze Nation for a sec, when was that founded?
July 8th, 2015. I associate the day I started.
You're the founder, right?
The channel, yes.
Okay.
It's me. Just me.
And you said you're using it as a distributor in a sense, like, well, you're promoting artists on it as well,
I'm gonna try to start that maybe next year, but the focus of Purple Haze Nation is just a creators community, and just trying to help and motivate and inspire the youth. So a lot of Purple Haze Nation, they're youths. So I try to do the PHN mixing, promote them on the page. So the Purple Haze Nation page started off as the OTT report. I used to run a page called the OTT report, and I would shout people out on the page and whatnot. So I did that to build the page, and then when it got 2,000 followers, I changed it to Purple Haze Nation.
Nice.
YouTube makes it hard as hell to have a custom URL now. I'm still working with that random jibber jabber of a link.
I had that.
I hate that shit.
I got that too.
I need 100 subscribers before I could.
I never changed mine, even though I could. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
It's just because everything else has the moniker at the end, and then YouTube comes up. It's just one big ass link.
Yeah.
Thank God for Linktree.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to think of more questions about Purple Haze Nation because it was intriguing when I started following it.
Yeah. The channel is going to be growing again soon because I'm getting my streaming equipment back again, the one I was using to build build the channel. It's called a Hobbage HD PVR 2 edition. So you can stream anything. Everything is HDMI. If it was a PS4, Xbox One, 360, Fire TV, and you can literally stream that to anything: YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. And within that software, you can play music in the background, sound effects, logos.
Yeah, it sounds like a good tool to have.
Yeah, I bought this back in 2015, and the connector inside of it broke. When you shake it's only this big. When you shake it, you can hear it inside. Yeah. So all the people in Purple, it feels like deja vu, by the way. I don't know, but anyways,
this moment here, I know. I kind of feel it too a little bit. Something about the lighting and with the sun. I don't know, everything. It's nice though. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So I ended up hitting them up 2 months ago, and they're just hey, it's just $30 to fix it. I had this tossed to the side for only $30. Said say less. I sent it in. It's coming back in the mail later next week, and I'm excited. Purple Haze Nation is excited because I can change all the podcasts into gaming. You know what I mean? I can interview someone playing Call of Duty Cold War. You know what I mean? Or 2K or some shit.
There's a guy in Montreal. His name's I think it's Stephen Roy. He has a podcast or a show called Bridge the Gap. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram. It's Behind That Suit.
It sounds familiar.
But he has the same tool, I'm assuming, because he does his interviews and he'll either be gaming or he'll just be doing something else, streaming something else. So
that's the way to do it. Those gaming views I got one view video sitting at 120 views. And it's just a how-to video of how to play online 2K. You can literally. I seen something, and this is what I'm gonna do. I could take this idea. Anybody could take this idea. If you want a nice growing YouTube channel, make videos of rain. It don't even have to be real rain. It can be videos simulated rain with sound effect rains, and in your iMovie or whatnot. People watch that all day.
Why is that?
If you post it every day, People are always searching up sounds. In,
Ambient
like,
sounds?
The
meditation,
ASMR kind of thing you're talking about? Like sounds?
Yes.
Yeah, just like it's like soothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. I listen to that.
Yes.
It's like that girl who eats pickles and shit all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you do that, YouTube will automatically like put your shit in someone's recommended. Like, hey, try this one. This one does the same thing and shit like that. So,
Cool.
Okay.
and it's safe.
That's
It's just
interesting.
rain. You know, you're not doing nothing too crazy. YouTube will bank on that rain, put ads and everything.
It'll make it rain.
Right. Right. Another trick on YouTube is you want to make the most videos in the fall and around the holidays, because during Black Friday and Christmas and New Year's, Best Buy is selling. You know, Walmart is selling, so they're giving ads to YouTube. So if you posting videos every day during Black Friday, just know you're gonna see an increase in growth in
Revenue?
in revenue. Thank you for those months. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Hmm.
It's a good tip.
Good
A
tip.
lot of tips.
Yeah. Not enough. I ain't got the key yet.
I feel like you know though. It's like keep learning.
Yeah, keep learning.
Always evolving.
That's the key. That is the key.
Yeah.
That is
That's
the key.
You said it. Yeah.
It's so true.
Just your overall music in general. Who, did you have any mentors or anything?
I had Johnny Brown. I always seen him as a mentor, but because he was running the little side business at Audio Valley, him and Trey Timeless, when I first came out. He ended up being my best friend. I ended up putting an ad on Kijiji looking for a place to record, and I think he responded. And he was like, hit me up on SoundCloud and come to the studio. Fast forward now, man, he's the godfather of my youngest daughter. You know, we're best friends, you know what I mean? So, what's the question again?
Mentors and like inspirations. Like
Johnny Brown. Far as people that's close to me. Because when I first came to Ottawa, when I started music, I didn't know anyone. You know, people like Brandon, shout out to the Diamond Mine Agency, who helped me get a lot of my shows. I would consider him taking me under his wing. I would consider Magic Mike. Magic Mike got me some really. Shout out to Magic Mike. He crazy, but you know what I mean. He comes through. He got me a few shows like a fashion show, Halloween party show, like. You know, especially that fashion show, that was pretty lit.
That sounds really
Yeah,
cool.
it was like an African, and
I want to
like,
be there.
and like I was the only person performing. So like, because of him, and then people like Alex from CA2O. I was a host on the morning shift for a good 6 months when I worked at Ottawa University. I remember the night shift. I would get off work at 6, go straight to the morning shift, and have my shit ready. Ended up starting my own podcast so I could do what I want to do, play what I want to play. And yeah, those are, I guess, some key people in Ottawa who really helped me out in this industry.
What is your favorite music? It's there's the performing part, the writing part. So you're what is your favorite?
It's performing.
Yeah?
It's performing.
That's amazing.
When I write to perform.
That's
really.
cool.
Like if I can't
I want to see you perform that.
right now,
We should do a little performance in the park. You should.
I always
If
want.
you want. One day.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
actually be cool. Do a little live show here.
I don't mind. I
I've
don't
been
mind.
thinking about things.
You what?
I've already been thinking about things like that.
Yeah.
We're always on the same wavelength. I don't know. The spot here is cool. So performing's your favorite part.
Performing
What
is
about
my
it is
favorite
your-
part
what do you like
because
about the
you can do what you want.
You get to
And
control the crowd.
You get but in the studio you have to be extremely perfect. You know what I mean? And
But
perform.
do you?
You do. You
Yeah,
do.
you're right.
And when I feel like in studio, that's the finals. You know what I mean? It's not performing. Performing is the celebration. When you're in studio, that's the finals. Because if you're not good in the studio, it's not gonna hit in the speakers. You know what I mean? The only reason why I'm performing this song is because y'all fucked with it already when you heard it on the track. You know what I mean? It passed the first test. So now that I can perform it, I don't have to worry about being perfect. I can, you know what I mean, switch it up if I want to. I can surprise you. I can bring a special guest to hop on the verse. I can hit a quick melody instead of rapping it this time. If the crowd is dead, I know what to do. If the crowd is already hyped, I don't have much to do. You know what I mean? So I love performing. It's a way of another way of me expressing myself.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you ever get nervous? Doesn't seem like it at all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Especially
It doesn't even seem like it the way you're talking about it.
No.
I always find that like
I'm getting nervous right now. Think about it. No,
really?
I get
Sorry.
really nervous, really anxious. Like especially.
I do too. So that's why I'm asking. But
No.
it seems like you're so passionate. You love it. So I'm like, that's what I find fucking cool. Is like you do it anyway because the love is greater than the fear.
Yeah, the Cameron show. That's facts.
That was
love
facts.
is greater than the fear. That's facts.
That's fucking facts.
On the Cameron show, just before going up, I was so nervous, hyperventilating. Like I felt like I had to go to the bathroom. I just went to the bathroom. I wanted water, and I don't like to drink or anything. I'll smoke to calm the nerves. But
You smoke weed to calm the nerves? Okay.
Yeah. So this guy who's at the, I don't know, maybe he was security, making sure nobody would go on stage. He was like, "Why are you nervous?"
No.
And he's like, "This is what you love to do, right? This is what you want to do, right? Don't be nervous." And that just calmed me straight down. You know what I mean?
That's so cute.
But anytime I touch the mic, honestly, it all goes away because how I try to settle down as well is imagine how they must feel watching me up here.
Yeah.
Like I better do good. You know what I mean? Because they will let me know.
Yeah. It's so true. Once you're on there and you're in the zone, like
Oh yeah, they'll let you know.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
And then you go on, like, do you ever have anybody playing instruments with you ever? Or is it usually like
I want to, but it's always the aux. When I went on tour, the East Canadian tour with Rise Up TV, I brought a laptop and just hooked the aux.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
So you're a one-man show pretty much when you're up there.
Yeah.
That's what's probably
It's not preferred because I don't got bread like that to pay for a band.
It's cool though. I don't know. I find it, it's like.
But I would pay for the bread if you're a band out there. You fuck with Vante Poems.
It needs to be the right piece of bread though.
Right, the right piece of bread.
Can't just be no ordinary.
Yeah,
white bread.
We fucking with that potato bread.
I think it depends on the venues too.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my
Like
favorite bread is.
some venues, like
No,
having a band
bread.
in it, the acoustics and shit just wouldn't work for like.
Yeah.
Especially in Ottawa, the buildings are old, a lot of them. So like, that's why Ritual was so great.
Right.
Ritual, where I felt like
it's closed now.
I know, but like I feel like it was not even there long.
It was there a long time.
Okay, it was.
Yeah.
It was like the spot where it was like kind of like in the alley.
You know, like
The little alley thing, right?
right. Yeah, like you know where the.
It was my favorite bar. I only went a couple of times when I don't even know, like younger. I don't remember. But I remember what I loved about it is people actually danced in there, and there's like a little dance floor. I liked the layout of it. Like there was like
The upstairs and downstairs. The basement was the hip hop. Yeah, the hip hop was.
Like all the bars in Ottawa had like disintegrated or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Gone.
especially after COVID.
But now we have a park. We'll turn this place into a cool spot.
Set up a little
cool.
bar.
So you turn the fear into love,
Yes.
and then the anxiety, nerves, they go away completely, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you work on it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I like to think sometimes I get into my zone, but sometimes I can be very conscious on stage, especially if it's a singy song and I don't have earpieces in my ear and I don't hear the bass too well, and then my mind starts going. Like to hear this, like a ear monitor.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've worn those before. Little pieces in your
Yeah,
ear.
I never worn one either.
Do you like them?
I wear them when I practice at home. Yes.
It just plays the beat in your ear.
It plays the beat in here. You can hear. I have a whole setup where I have a wireless microphone. I also have a big speaker, so it's playing in the ear monitor, and the ear monitor is different from the speakers, just like a real club or show or performance. So I might have just the vocals in my ears with the music up, a tidbit with no bass, but the speaker that's coming out, you hear the full-fledged song. You know what I mean? So I can just hear. Yeah. So when you practice like that, I have to remember to do muscle memory, because when you're performing, you can't hear shit. You can't hear shit on the stage.
Nope.
But I learned that if you talk to the sound engineer, turn the monitors on. Every stage has stage monitors, and it's a different monitor or speakers than what the people that are dancing are listening to. I didn't learn that until I went on tour. Misha taught me this while I was on tour. She written up a tech writer for me, and she said just give it to whatever sound engineer you're at the night, and they'll hook you up. And when I gave them that, they all respected me. You know what I mean? They looked at me different. This one guy tried to tell me in the last show, trust me, I've been doing this for years. Just let me. I said, no, I've been practicing this for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is everything for me. Please, you need to have it like this. I didn't write this up for no reason. I'm trying to make it seem like I wrote it up, you know? So, yeah, so like, and you know, when you do that, in the music industry, they respect you even more. You know, don't think that, you know,
You'll settle for less.
that you'll settle for less. They might hate you for it, but the respect gonna be there.
Yeah.
Well, they see that you know what you're talking about.
Right.
Which is good.
Right. So yeah.
And I don't think it's something. I feel like they wouldn't hate you. It depends on like the way you say it too. It's like you know what works for you. And they should, like, you're performing. You should want to make it perfect for you.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I practice every day with my home equipment, especially with the singing and with the melodies and practicing my vocals.
Nice.
And you prefer rapping or singing more?
I prefer singing, but it's not something that I'm totally amazing at. At least I like to think that I have a lot of growth to do. I'm really good at rapping. Lately, I've been snapping. No pun intended. Like that just happened.
What? Wait, is this another term that I don't know?
Oh, snapping. When you snap, it just means like
lingo, whatever the word is.
How I'm saying.
You're laughing at me.
No, how I'm saying it in context is when I'm snapping is like I've been working on collabs and features, so I've been rapping like bars, and you know, of course, a nice little flow to make them understand what you're trying to say. But I've been snapping. Like, people want to hear rapping Vante Poems. I do the little rap singing thing as well, you know. So
from what I heard, your little voice at the beginning there, your little sing, I was like, no, you have a good voice.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate that. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think you're a great singer.
Yeah, I think you are too. Like, I was like, what? I was like,
I'm still learning. Like, people who I grew up with are like, no, people who I grew up with are like, yo, like,
no, but
I've never heard you sing
before. Know that they're always gonna grow.
Sing a little dingle.
I could sing. It's been 2 years now, and it's still heavy on my mind, and it's time to get it out. Too long I kept this inside, so yeah, I said it, yeah, I did it, and I feel ashamed. I was working, I was married, had you staying late. Ain't forgave myself, and the pain I gave was more than pain I felt. But it takes two to do what we do in every angle. If you keep it 100, I'll never have to change you. We don't speak, so it's hard not to blame you. It takes two. Thank you.
There we go.
Beautiful.
I wrote that 2019 after hours.
That was really good.
And yeah, it was a crazy time during that time. I wanted to write something sad on a up tempo beat. Shout out to Johnny Brown.
You got a really nice, soulful, rich voice.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Sing more.
I do.
I like it a lot.
Okay.
Combine the singing with the rap.
Yeah, that's what the people like.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's like really nice because it's a different little sound.
Thanks. Yo, you're listening to Open Them Curtains right here on the line with Hanley. Make sure you go listen and go stream After Hours to Open Them Curtains. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. rather not meet you in person. Niggas move like snakes, serpents. It's okay to be a servant. As long as you're serving, long as you working. King in the throne, no, he earned it. All your shit is fake stage. Open them curtains, open them. Cutting up, open up. Fuck a poet, I'm a known surgeon. Shut it up, buckle up. They got me out here room swerving. Turn it off, hang it up. But whatever you doing just ain't working. I know what I'm saying wrong. My album got them feeling away. Sitting in a drink, witch in the rain. I got them falling to pieces, they crumbling. You was a dick, tripping, no lace. It was all good till it went away. Went to school as kids and we was late. I don't care what other niggas think. I'm a zero in either way it goes. I used to be a people person, now I'd rather not meet you in person. Niggas move like snakes, serpents. It's okay to be a servant. As long as you're serving, long as you working. King in his throne, no, he earned it. All your shit is fake stage. Open them curtains, open them. Stop hitting my phone. I want nothing to do with you. I'm on the winning team, the one you are losing to. Tell me you was it round here, now look at you. They show me love, I know that they faking. Say what you want, I know what you're thinking. 10 steps ahead, I gotta stay patient. I'm vital, losing me is suicidal. Love what I did for you, but I still don't like you. Love me or lose me, you gotta pick one, you gotta live once, let's go. I used to be a people person, now I'd rather not meet you in person. Niggas move like snakes, serpents, it's okay to be a servant. As long as you're serving, long as you working. King in his throne, no, he earned it. All your shit is fake stage. Open them curtains, open them.
So, like always, we'll get into the mental health talk. Any personal battles with it? Mental health, mental illness, they're two different things. So
Right. I was very close to it as far as my brothers go. Both of my brothers were institutionalized growing up. I had to go visit them sometimes to where they were. I personally didn't deal with mental illness. I actually, I could say that I have, dealing with my brothers and,
yeah, you
not
dealt
to
it
saying that
from an outside
well,
point of view with the mental illness part, because that's a diagnosis.
right. I mean, my family is a huge background in mental health. Even more so me, I have bipolar disorder.
As do I.
Yeah, and depression. So that's something I dealt with my whole life.
When were you diagnosed with that?
First started going to therapy was 6th grade or 7th grade. I was 12 or 11.
So you knew early on then.
Hmm?
You knew early on then.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Was it the mood swings or like the manics and then lows, or like what gave you the or what gave your parent?
It was more so. It was more so the physical aspect to it. Sometimes, like my bipolar, it can be manic. Like I'll go off and work six weeks straight, and then I don't want to do anything for the next 6 weeks. But my mom would notice as a kid when I was more physical with the other kids or whatnot, or wanted to fight just because I wanted to fight, or get into drama.
okay, so aggressive kind of.
I was
That's what you mean by physical?
Yeah, aggressive. Yeah.
Angry a little bit?
Now, I wouldn't even say angry. Like, okay,
As a kid, you just don't know what's going on.
I'll give you an example. In middle school, I really liked this girl. But what I would do is, try to tickle her, or I'll put her in a headlock, or pick her up, and
No.
you know what I mean? Like,
That's how guys actually sometimes show their love when they're little.
right. I mean, yeah, like, what do I know? You know what I
But
mean?
that is like actually, I feel like a thing. Sorry, keep going.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's true.
And like one of her friends, she was with her, and she was like, "Devante, if you like her, that's not how you know what I mean? Like you don't have to touch her all the time." And so like my doctor told me that was part of it. Sometimes you don't even know you're just being physical. Like I'll walk up behind one of my friends out of nowhere behind the school, and while we're in school, put him in the head like, "Yeah, go to sleep, go to sleep." Shh.
Seems like it was coming from a loving place, though.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
strike me as like a person,
No,
angry, mean child.
No. But I could be. I learned how to calm down. I don't take. I haven't taken bipolar medication or depression medication or even ADHD in this case since first year of college.
You haven't? Or
No,
okay,
I haven't.
You stopped all of it?
I mean, yeah, I stopped all of it. If you want to consider like smoking weed, I smoke weed a lot.
No judgment.
Me too.
So,
it's Mother Nature's.
Oh yeah, of
right
course.
It's a plant.
So
why do you think it's there?
I use that to regulate my feelings or emotions. I'm also on this tip to mindfulness and stoicism, reading books like 48 Laws of Power or Human Nature or Laws of Attraction, and just realizing that, being human is nothing special for real. We're really great at intellect. You know what I mean? We're animals, as we are. We're in the wild. There's trees, there's bugs, there's squirrels. Then I try to think of as everything as, nothing here is temporary. So I appreciate everything in life. I try to go about everything in life with a nice, cool, calm attitude. So you get me? You raise 4 notches to where I'm at. I'm not at 6, and then you raise me to 10. I'm at 1, and then you raise me to 4 or 5. You know what I mean? So I try to keep that intact. But when I first came to Ottawa, it was a lot of things that I had to work on. You
weren't as calm.
I wasn't. No,
you actually,
I wasn't.
I did notice that right away from you. I was like, you have really calm energy.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a very nice. It's grounding, nice energy.
It's something that I work on.
It's good
constantly.
Well, also our society, I feel like, tells us to almost not be that way.
Yeah.
Like they're like, if you,
well,
they don't.
Men anyway.
Yeah.
No, women too. It's
yeah,
all of
but
us. It's like there's this. It's not even like necessarily saying it. It's just the energy in the society is like to always be go, and like it's like, fuck. It's like, no, actually, we get more accomplished when we're calm, clear, and collected.
Yeah, and not only that, one thing I tell my daughters all the time is, damn, my mind just went blank. What did you just say? You had a very good, interesting point.
Always on the go.
Go, calm, clear.
Oh yes,
okay.
Right. That was a good point. So our mind is different from our actions. So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of things happen in our mind that we react physically to. So my daughter's afraid of the dark, as we all are as kids. She doesn't like to go downstairs in the kitchen because that means she has to turn on the lights, and she doesn't want to look for the light because she has to walk through the dark. I had a talk with her, and this changed her whole outlook. I said, you're suffering in your mind more than, I wanted to say reality, but for her to understand, I said, instead of real life, you're suffering in your mind instead of real life. I said, if you are ever in danger, someone touches you, someone hits you, you scream and you call daddy, and I will protect you. Her face lit up. She smiled, and I was like, remember, sometimes it can be all in your imagination. Your imagination is very powerful. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you have to remember to turn it off. So I try to teach mindfulness.
That's beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. So sometimes even when you're walking through Walmart, you have to realize, just like there's good lions, tigers, and bears, there's bad humans and good humans, you know what I mean? But if nothing is really going on, someone's talking bad at you, someone calls you ugly, someone calls you dirty, I tell my daughter, imagine how they must feel to even say that to you, if that's just coming out of their imagination. Yes, if someone calls you ugly or whatnot, you don't react. You walk away. You don't even give them your energy. Why would you even want to be around someone like that? Yeah. Imagine how they must feel.
It's good advice to give her.
Yeah, definitely.
Kids especially, that's so good that you're putting that in there, teaching them that now early. They don't teach us that when we're young.
No one taught me
These
that.
are the things that keep us. These are the most important things. More important than fucking math and shit. Whatever. Actually, math is probably the most useful course. But you know what I mean?
Right. You're right. I feel the exact same way.
Because it's very true.
There needs to be more real life skills added into curriculums.
Our mind can be the worst enemy.
Everybody's produced like a factory.
Our mind is the worst.
It's always the same curriculum. You're just like robots going through a factory.
Right.
You do your time in it, and then you're out, and you're like, what the fuck do I do now?
Exactly. I'm real protective when it comes to my daughter's mental health
As you
and
should
mental
these
illness
days.
runs in my family.
Yeah.
So every day, and
Does that
I know
concern you a lot?
it does concern me a lot because I know I don't want to say it skipped me because that sounds disrespectful to my brother or my little brother. But I'm saying because I didn't go through what they go through, that doesn't mean it's not in my genes. So every day I try to tell my daughters, you're beautiful, you're awesome, you're amazing, you're wonderful, and you're powerful. Don't let no one ever tell you different. I make sure I get on the floor and play the games with them. I read them books. Not every night, but definitely when she asks, I sometimes try to get away most nights, but if she comes to me, Daddy, fine, and I'll go read her at bedtime, but I try to be there. I was in the foster system growing up, I didn't have that. So being a dad is amazing, you know what I mean?
It's healing you, I feel.
Yes.
Like,
I feel like my daughter's healed me. If I had a son, I think it would be a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Because you can't be rough with daughters, so you have to learn to be soft.
They open up, I feel like, a softness in the man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in a beautiful way, because we all need that. I don't know. Anyway, that's really cute. I'm happy to hear that.
I agree.
I was going to say something.
With the foster home situation, was that, how long were you in foster care for before you got?
So I was in foster care from, I believe, 4 years old till 9 years old. First 4 years of my life.
You have a big memory on, like?
I would be lying if I said yeah, because I don't. A lot of it's a blur. A lot of it may be blocked out. I don't know.
People with, like, mental health and mental illness like to suppress and repress things a lot.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what, like, that's where the breakdowns happen after a period of just pushing it to the back, where like you just forget about it for a while.
It's like we almost can't help it. It's like, I feel like, sorry, I'm just saying, like,
no, right? It's true.
Like, it's our bodies, like, literally, like, protecting us because you're in the fight or flight survival mode. So it's literally, it's
I think then it bothered me.
How old were you when you were first in there again? Sorry.
When I what?
When you went into the foster home.
4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 4 years old. Yep. I remember that day. I remember the cops coming. I remember them banging on the door, and the cops rushing into the house like it was a raid. I had my mom by the refrigerator, handcuffing her.
That's traumatic for a kid.
And then the cop tried to put, he put me on his shoulders, and while we stood outside and watched my mom get handcuffed. And then the van pulled up with the gold symbol, which is the New York State foster system symbol. I don't know what that was, but I'm seeing it vividly in my imagination. And then they drove us to the foster home. They dropped us off quick, that easy.
And you never saw your mother again?
Nope, she went to jail, I think.
What was she going to jail for?
From what I believe, prostitution and cocaine. Yeah.
And so you haven't met her afterwards at all, or have you?
Yeah, not really though. I don't think I ever spoke to her face to face ever. We talked on the phone a few times during my first year at university with my dad too. Apparently they were back together. She struggles with alcoholism and substance abuse. Sometimes she would call me like crying at university. And how I am,
that's traumatic too.
Yeah, but how I am, I guess it is now that you say that, but how I am is like I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like if something were to be traumatic, like even in my past, the same, like I don't remember it, and you're saying because it's suppressed. When I tell you, like honestly, I don't care. Whatever happened. All I know is I'm creating the future, because one day my years around this sun is gonna be over. It's gonna be lights out. So like, there's a lot of things. That's why I was excited to come here, because I don't get to, visit places in my mental that I do every day. Sometimes when I get stuck in there, it does nothing for me. It doesn't. So
You get stuck in your what, sorry? The...
just in different like mental states or
Oh.
bringing up different things and what happened in my life. Sometimes I will to try to understand why I'm like this or like that, but trying to fill in the gaps and wanting to reconnect with my moms or my aunts, it's not something that I'm into right now. If it happens, like if they pulled up to the crib, oh well, it happens. But just because I'm in a very great state of my life and I know what it can do for my mental,
To open that door.
I stay closed. You
That's
know,
smart of you.
yeah. It's hard to access me when I'm with my daughters. My phone could be off.
There's
for,
pros and cons to it.
of course.
Yeah.
You know,
But
it's
I
a
think-
good idea,
Yeah.
maybe, but
It's still traumatic.
and there's
yeah.
gonna come a time where,
When you're
regardless
yeah.
what the situation is that brings it to the forefront of your thought, you're gonna have to face something.
You know what,
Regardless,
though? Like
but
where you're at
Regardless,
is
yeah.
on your journey, and I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're wise and you're following what's best for you right now. And that is what's healthy.
Right. I agree.
That's what's healthy.
Yes, that's what's helpful.
I don't
like that.
think that we always need to like go dive into like our past and examine it and be like, oh, blah blah blah. Because I actually.
oh
think
no,
that,
because you don't want to trigger what.
but also, it's like sometimes it's like, then you're more in your mind, trying to figure shit out all the time. It's
And
like just accept your life now. There's so much beauty, and like you're renewing, your rebirth.
That's why I find it's different when you try to figure it out by yourself, or as compared to when you're trying to figure it out with people you're talking to about it. Because I think opinions matter sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
not always, but sometimes.
Yeah, I think
From a different perspective,
Yeah,
like you know what it's like to be in your shoes. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I went to therapy since 6th grade all the way till the 2nd year of college. And I'm talking about like 2 hours every Thursday,
2 hours.
in a psychiatric, like not psychiatric, like in a therapist, like nice couch, light lamp, lights down low. So like visiting it and, it's something that I've, or talking about it, or it's something that I've always done. I even did like this program in New York that they have called Big Brothers Big Sisters, where you go on trips and you get a mentor. I
Yeah.
went on this
Remember
thing.
that.
that's good.
I had a mentor with a guy. It wasn't Big Brothers Big Sisters, but I was 18, so they would bring, like, shout out to Clinton. I don't know if you're listening. He would bring us to the park, and you know what I mean, like. So I guess I always use that to open up. But you're right. It's gonna come a time where I have no choice, and I agree with you. As far as right now, maybe I'm not ready for that yet. You know what I mean? Of course, my daughters have questions and whatnot, and I answer truthfully always. I don't try to make up no story. But yeah, those questions might be the right questions she want answered one day, and I don't know how I would approach it.
What kind of questions are they asking? Like, for example,
My daughter deserves to know, like, her dad was adopted. She might want to know, or she might want to, I don't know, like, explore.
yeah,
I feel like when she's older,
Yeah,
and I also think that you're doing what's best for you, and by doing what's best for you, you are being a better father.
that's
yeah,
right.
you're
Because if
doing
if
right
you-
by them.
Yeah, because if you know that by opening that door, it's gonna affect your mental state and everything,
Yeah,
then you're not gonna be feeling as good. Probably not gonna be reading her stories. And
Yeah.
it's gonna. I feel like, it's just what I think. I think you're doing the right thing.
And that's why mental health issues and mental illness and stuff like that are just so unpredictable sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially with like the bipolar. Like,
yeah,
that's like
So,
that's a fucking
yeah.
tough
so you were
one.
diagnosed at 6 for that, and the depression. I remember you were saying.
6th grade. But yeah, I was diagnosed with bipolar
13?
in middle school. Yeah.
Around that, 12, 13, maybe
Yeah.
14.
Did you feel that there was something wrong too, or whatever, or like something off, or I don't know, like, or was it more your mom noticing?
I'm gonna be honest. I never noticed anything. I hated taking medication. Matter of fact, most of my life would be acting like I took the pills, but I didn't. I would hate when I take the pills. When I I would accidentally take the pills when I wanted to not take it, and sometimes I would go like 2 months doing that, no one would notice. So I would accidentally take a pill. And if you guys know about medication, you got to work your way up to whatever that dose was. So now it's strong as fuck, and you know what I mean? So like,
did you get in trouble for not taking it? Like,
man, my mom was pretty strict. So if she never found out, but if she would have found out I didn't take it.
Sounds like you didn't even fucking eat it.
I hated it. It wasn't me. Like, I'm very strong-minded even in school.
There's a lot more side effects to them than there are benefits. The only benefit that you possibly getting out of it is you're either a little, like, it raises you or it lowers you depending on what part of bipolar you're dealing with at that moment. It's
are you talking about the bipolar?
Well,
pills?
bipolar in general, yeah, because
Okay.
I
don't
was
really
given
know.
antidepressants and all that, and I'm the same way. They didn't do anything for me, so I'm not gonna just damage my liver and kidneys and shit for something that I could just try and figure out another way. For instance,
some people,
like,
it helps.
yeah, I know.
So
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
I know. I'm just saying
people who
it
works for, and there's other people who are doing psychedelics and MDMA to help deal with their depression and like PTSD and things like that.
Right.
Like, there's experimental things that they're doing.
That's cool.
But shrooms are like one of the most fast approaching things, like psilocybin.
Yeah.
And like, it's
true.
I mean,
almost
I've experimented, and it recircuits your brain, definitely.
Yeah, shrooms will change you.
Yeah, I was going to do shrooms in university once, but I didn't. He definitely tried. He was like, he had a bag, put it in a burger. You could put, nah, I'm good. What a weed
You should only do shrooms if you want to do shrooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you feel called, I would never suggest doing shrooms just to fucking do shrooms. They're not. I don't know. That's how I feel with them. Because I feel like they're very emotional.
And a lot of psychedelics are.
Yeah, and
you're like, what the fuck?
When people say bad trips and stuff, though, I think the only reason why is because they're doing it not with the right intention.
Yeah.
It's the environment as well.
I feel like you need to have intention when you take these things.
You need it in a good environment too.
Yeah, and like the people you're around, like.
And you always need a safe person.
Yeah, I would just do it with one friend.
Right.
Go outside on a walk for like 8 hours.
That's what I did.
It's the best, actually.
Yep.
So
I loved it.
At the end of the walk, it was like, it felt like a journey. So I feel like it's a journey.
But the thing is, people, they're like, yeah, we got to get a quarter of shrooms so I could fix my depression. No. It doesn't work like that. It's like micro dosing. It's like a 0.5 or maybe a gram most, depending on your weight.
Yeah.
And if it helps, it helps. I mean.
So then you were, just going back to what you were saying, so then you were not taking pills, so then, like, what ended up happening? Did you just, like, kind of stop taking them completely? Or, like,
yeah, like,
argued with your mom about it?
No one knew I wasn't taking my pills. Honestly, like,
you were rebellious.
Actually, my mom did, because of my grades. You feel me? Of course, the Concerta or, you know what I mean, the Ritalin, you're gonna do better on the test because, of course, as a kid, your attention span is this small, like. So
even these days, man, adults, our attention span is so diminished due to like social media.
Right.
We only spend so much time on like a certain like aspect of whatever you're looking at, and then it's on to the next thing. Maybe I'll look back later, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, bro.
Like more and more each day, it's just.
I know.
It's always something new.
I know.
Yeah. No, I hated taking meds. I mean, so, like, I didn't go, like, I never went, I don't know, like, I don't know. I always try to maintain myself. I always try to be myself, you know. I always, I can talk to anybody when I'm off meds. When I'm on medication, I couldn't talk to a girl. I couldn't approach nobody.
It made you, like, more quiet or something?
Yeah, hella quiet. I wasn't quick-minded. I wasn't funny.
Yeah, it just numbs you.
It's just like it sucked. Like people would be talking, and then because I feel like I have nothing good to say, I would just sit there and be quiet like this. And then at the same feeling, I would feel like, oh, they must think something's wrong with me. So then you just say something. You know, it was.
I know where you're coming from with that.
That's so crazy. So it was literally like, it was like kind of changing your personality.
It was changing my personality for sure.
So it's good that you were trusting yourself and not taking it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta trust when
have
your body's
wisdom.
telling you something.
Yeah, I appreciate that. At the time, I just thought something was wrong with me.
It seems like nothing was even wrong with you. You were
It
being
feels-
told
I-
that
yeah.
something. It seems like you were being told that something was wrong with you.
Yeah,
Just
I
from
agree.
what I'm hearing.
I was bad in school though. Like, I was suspended. I was damn near expelled with Superintendent Herons. I remember one thing I hated in school was bullying. Like, you couldn't. There was one situation where Larry and Denzel, they pinned me against the wall and was like, "Do my homework." You know what I mean? I let that. You know what I mean? I took that L. But I remember that same night, I thought to myself, "That's just never gonna happen again." So, like, in middle school, there was a situation. I was in the gym class. We're in the weight room, and Cody was teasing me. I don't know what he was teasing me about. All I remember is I took a 5-pound rubber weight dumbbells and socked them across the head.
Oh, shit.
I didn't give I really didn't care. So shit like that. Like, there was times in school someone tried to bully me on the bus. I thought so. Like, the way I thought at the time was, like, if I let this slide, it's only October. They think they're gonna think I'm a punk for the rest of the year. So yeah, I ended up fighting the dude just so people won't think I'm a punk. Shit like that. So I didn't have nobody to guide me in the right direction. So people like my mom or the doctors would obviously, or the teachers or the principal, think something's wrong with him. But really, I had nothing. At a young age, I had to learn how to survive on my own.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I had nobody there to protect and provide for me.
So dealing with what you dealt with, like growing up, not thinking, being diagnosed with the bipolar and stuff, now you feel you have a better control on it now than you did, 5 years ago?
I always thought I had a good control on it, to be honest. I always felt like I didn't need medicine. I remember telling my mom that a lot of times.
She just dismissed it, I guess.
My mom did a lot of things. She was religious. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink. She was strict. I went to rehab in 11th grade for marijuana. My mom woke me up. She found a weed seed because I was rolling up in the bathroom. It was 4 a.m. When I say my adopted mom, when I say my mom. So she smacked me. Boom. Where's this weed? Where you got? Boom, boom, boom. She had a take-home drug test. I think I peed on a stick or something, and it popped up positive. She took me to the family doctor the next. I know. She took me to the family doctor the next day. Drug tested me again.
Jesus.
We're gonna sign him up for rehab. Blah blah blah. I was property of the state, so to speak, because I was foster system, so healthcare was free for me. I didn't have to pay for a lot of healthcare stuff. So rehab was, I had to go for 6 months. So it took about 2 months to get in. So when I first go to the rehab, they tell me to take another drug test, and it came up negative. So I was there for 6 months, all negative. Even the first test, the doctor told my mom, well, he obviously could stop on his own. I mean, he still needs to go. He still, yeah, everybody's there from Oxycontin, everybody's there heroin.
You're smoking a holy herb.
And they all know my mom. Like, I go in there, Utica is so small, tight-knit. I either know them from school, I either know them from church, or I either know them from the after-school program. Yeah. So, like, I knew, like, a lot of people in there, and they just said, yo, mom, my mom. Yeah, so, it was crazy growing up, trying to be who I wanted to be, and people trying to mold me who they thought I should be.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, during this time, you said your two brothers were, like, in the institution, right?
Yeah,
What were they in the institution for again?
Shakeem, I don't know if he spoke about it on his show.
We had him on the YouTube channel. It was mostly about music.
I guess I never really talked to him officially about this, but he ran away from home one day. He had school. He had a show for. No, he had a school. He had a soccer game. Mm-hmm. Now he was playing for middle school, and he never came home. So my mom called the police. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We got school
Scary.
tomorrow. So the police is like, you got to wait 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So they ended up finding him in the woods by the middle school, which is way up north of Utica. And he was having an episode to where he thought the forest was a magical forest, or he's schizophrenic. Both of my brothers are.
Okay.
And my little brother is more auditory schizophrenic. Like he hears stuff instead of seeing stuff. Shaquem will see stuff. I don't think he had an episode since then, but my little brother was way worse. He was in and out, in and out. Shaquem was in and then he was out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's all interesting. And then you're being sent to fucking rehab for smoking weed. Like,
right.
I just can imagine how you felt. Like, I can actually feel it. It's like,
yeah, like it
so
was
frustrating.
Stupid.
It's like they're making you seem like there's something wrong with you, and you're like the wisest one, just trying to I feel it. You're trying to just do your thing and survive, and then people are all attacking you, and like you were like actually doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
That's why I stayed to myself.
Yeah.
When I was young, when I was even playing this stuff, I would be like, this would get me in trouble. Would this worth be getting in trouble? Yeah. I'm gonna go to this party tonight. It'll be the biggest party ever. And my mom wanted to ground me. I'll take the 2 weeks. She wanted to take my phone. I remember one time I went and took my phone. She grounded me. I took the SIM card out. I got another phone and I was using the phone. She thought I didn't have a phone. She thought she took my phone. I actually went on.
You were a middle child, right?
I was a middle child.
I was too.
I went through all her mail looking for her last digits of her social security number. So I can call the phone company to turn the phone back on. Yeah.
You're like clever, I feel.
I did all that.
Man.
Yeah, it's been a good conversation.
Yeah.
A lot more insight to who you are as a person rather than just Vante Poems.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like I don't let everybody access me. Like right now, I didn't check my phone that one time. When I'm with my daughters, my phone could be dead. It was dead to me regardless, So I try to be in the moment, and not making myself accessible. Last year, I was crazy doing the YouTube live series. We had Pikmin, we had Malcolm X, we had Blake Alexander, Aiko, Purple Haze Nation, Queen Supa, like Misha. It was a lot of drama filled, everybody's hitting me up. Purple Haze Nation going down because now we got Pikmin and Malcolm X arguing, and then Malcolm X said something about my wife. Now I'm yelling and screaming, looking stupid on YouTube.
Like it can be draining, like being obsessed. Yeah. But it's like I feel like it's important for a period of time.
Right.
But then it's like you can't do that forever.
Right. So what I do with that is on my story every day, especially when I'm at work, I make a thing where it says ask a question, make a statement, rooftop discussions, and I use that. I'm not really too much in my DMs unless we're talking business, like of course we are, or in the PHN chat, just because I don't want to be in everybody else's business. I don't want to be in everybody else's drama. I'll like your picture, I'll comment your stuff. I even go out to events. I can't wait till the city start opening back up. But when I'm at that event, just know I'm gonna be there, and I'm not gonna be on Instagram story in it. I might vlog it for YouTube or whatnot. That's me working. But like as far as everybody having my number or having, being able to call me on Instagram or Facebook Messenger, you can't. No, so that's why I fuck with y'all. You know what I mean?
I respect that a lot.
You can call me, guys. You guys can call me at any time. You can text me, and I'm gonna text back.
I really like that. Not a lot of people are like present like that anymore. I feel like it's rare.
Right. Try to teach my daughter that too. Like everybody doesn't get to be around your energy. I tell my daughter, don't not reveal as in clothes, but I'm talking about reveal as in personality. And so you don't always have to reveal yourself. People have to earn to know who you are.
That's such good. That is the best advice you could give her.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't get that advice as a young girl. Girls actually, I don't know, men too, but it's like, that's so good to tell your daughter.
Yeah. Because what I've been through with the taking medication and the doctors and mama telling my daughter can do whatever she wants. Today, she'll ask for, Daddy, can I put makeup on? Why? Why you want to put makeup on? Well, I want to put lipstick on. Well, why you want to put lipstick on? Well, I want to feel pretty. I said, you don't feel pretty? She said, I know I am pretty. I just want to feel pretty. I said, that's a great reason. Go ahead. Go put lipstick on.
That's cute.
Or she wants to put makeup on. Does your hair look nice? Gotta do your hair. Gonna put makeup on. So even though, you know, my mom just bought her training bras, so now it's just a whole nother thing. Yeah. So like I tell her, you know, you want to walk around the house with your, you know, just your bra on, cool, fine. But if we have guests on, you need to make sure that, you know, you're covered up.
Training bra.
Yeah, just trying to show you, like, my daughter, like, this is what I deal with now. She's just getting older and older.
Oh my
you
God.
know.
That
So,
must be like an interesting feeling when the daughter gets older like that.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a dad, so I don't know. But it's like I can imagine. It's like,
Well, her favorite artist right now is Lil Nas X. So I called her into the room yesterday. I said, did you see a recent picture of Lil Nas X? She said no. She said no. I said, oh, you don't see him pregnant? She said, yeah, I seen him pregnant. I said, what do you feel about it? What do you think about it? She loves Montero. She loves that other song he has. What is it called? With Jack Harlow. Anyways.
Industry Baby?
Industry Baby. Yeah, she loves that song too. She said, how do you feel about it? She said, I think it's weird. And then she was going to say something. She didn't say. I said, no, say it. I said, I'm listening. She said, but men can't have babies. I said, well, duh. I said, it's obviously makeup. He might have a music video or a movie coming soon. She said, oh, okay. You know, so. And then we played Industry Baby after that. So I let her figure out who she wants to be, and then we talk.
it's nice.
It's good.
It's really important to have those conversations.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been a great conversation with you,
Mhm.
Vante.
Very great.
The pleasure's been mine, for real.
It's been really nice.
So I guess we'll cut it here. Again, it's been the season premiere of On the Line with Season 2. I'm your host, Hanley.
I'm your co-host, Kat Pug.
We're here with Vante Poems. And any links you want to leave?
Yeah, make sure you guys go follow Purple Haze Nation. Go listen to Feel Good Remix that just dropped. Listen to After Hours 2.5. Follow me on Instagram at It's Vante Poems. If you forget, just remember, it's Vante Poems. And I'm out.
Good having you, dude.
So nice.
Pleasure's been mine. Yo. I go by the name of Vante Poems. You're about to listen to So Many Regrets by me off my latest project called After Hours 2.5. I got so many regrets, eh? Hope you like it. I'm out.
It's Vante Poems. Hate it or love it, baby, I'm with you. I don't wanna be the one to dish you. Hate it when you're gone, but I miss you. All on the gram looking vicious. I just looking at the pictures. Hey, no, you do the same. Try to make a way. Cause even when it rains, there's some aches and pains. Regret what I did. Regret when you're not here. Regret, I got so many regrets, eh? Regret when I'm here. Regret when you're gone. Regret, I got so many regrets, eh? Better without me, I doubt it. You was supposed to be everything I wanted. Now I'm at the Jim Jones and acting like I'm ballin' switch. You supposed to call me back. Girl, you was all of that. In the bag of chips, you a fishing with a mag too. You're magnificent. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. No more locked doors. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, girl, just give it straight. Regret what I did. Regret when you're not here. Regret, I got so many regrets, eh? Regret when I'm here. Regret when you're gone. Regret, I got so many regrets, eh? Love me, hate me, baby, think I'm crazy. Yeah, I make money, but the money don't make me. Even if you change up, I better don't phase me. Breaking names and pain that made me lazy. Rather be amazed than be amazing. Listen to thoughts and things that I'm saying. You can be it, no tag back. If the love you giving is fake shit, that's the game that I'm playing. Won't stop till Michael made it. Everybody scream congratulations. Only difference, nigga, I made it. Regret what I did. got so many regrets, eh.